220.
Bike life.
My fam told me welcome to Cali 1 million. I'ma show you how we do it in the Bay and Vallejo. Deano, I see you. Only with these cars, this money, these bras.
Right.
But these bikes, you hear me? We be on 2's.
I
be
bike
on
life.
2's. Covering more ground than track shoes. Ask about it. Extra, view the news. We be on 2's. Hogging the lane, Bogart, no excuse. Down the middle, zipping, sliding wet on Zoom. No excuse. You know we on 2's.
Name him Killer and he a poodle.
You don't get to label yourself.
You don't get to.
You don't never hear
Somebody else got to say.
You don't never hear Michael Jordan or LeBron or none of them say Tom Brady said there you go.
There you go. Now,
Everybody else said there you go.
somebody got to say it. Welcome everybody. My name Deano. Y'all know me as Deano Bass, man, 220 Vallejo President. And this is your first taping of On 2's. We want to welcome tonight my good friend and brother, T. Combe. I call him the godfather of the set. You call him what you may call him, but how I respect him is I know I can come to this man and get some real information, unbiased. Y'all help me welcome in Mr. T. Combe. Racing. That's where I'm at right now. Everybody got the fast bike and the tightest bike and the coolest bike, you know, and these two wheels bring us all together. So, you know, just a few questions I wanted to ask my man to get this show started because we can get a lot of information from him that can be helpful to us all. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, good brother.
Sure, my man.
Taking out the time coming here. We was just talking about some of these fast bikes on the set and what's the best motor, what's the best mix. How do you feel about that when somebody lets somebody else ride their bike? And can they talk as much shit as the motherfucker that's been riding? You rode my bike won.
You can talk as much shit as you want to. At the end of the day, it's the respect that comes behind it.
We'll come to the job.
At the end of the day, is like I told you, I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. You know what I mean? You know, you can't talk about me if you beat me on my bike because the first thing I'm gonna say to you is that shit, you don't let nigga fuck your bitch.
Wait, hold on, I ain't hear you. What?
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
So you know, you gotta understand is when you talk that shit, you gotta be able to back it up.
You gotta be able to back it up.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
What about weight? Ain't got nothing to do with weight. You can be a big nigga, a little nigga.
Yeah, weight does make it.
It do?
It does make a big difference. You know what I mean? It's all kind of measurements that make it different when you come to racing. So,
Yeah.
You know, 23-inch rims is heavier than 21. Music. You know what I mean? It all has a factor in it.
It always
dimensions in it, whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? That's why you see a lot of cats now that are racing nowadays. They got carbon fiber wheels, carbon fiber.
Or even stock.
The lighter the bike is, the faster it is.
I noticed everybody been using those smaller handlebars. That makes a difference.
They turning the bikes into road kings.
Well, understandable.
Right.
So King, your favorite bike? Mine is a King then Glide or Glide. It's always debate.
They both wrestlers, but I'm a road glide man because I do a lot of distant riding.
Right. Then that Glide does help you. I tell you what.
Facts.
That King push you back. That King. I'm a little dude. That King wind is blowing me back.
Long as it's not a sporty.
Long as it's not Sportster. That's for the ladies.
That's what
If you didn't know, the Sportsters is for the ladies.
Yeah.
No offense to you niggas with the Sportsters, but go get a real bike. You hear me though? I'm in agreement, you know.
No sporties, man.
No sporties, man.
You gotta have a certain amount of CCs.
A woman can ride up on anything, and we're gonna respect her. To be honest, you understand what I'm saying?
You will, not me.
I would. She on the ground.
Yeah,
you know.
Hey, that's her business.
That's her business. You know what I mean? So, you know, they got on Facebook that shit talkers page, and I hear you. You be talking a whole bunch of shit. I know you back it up though. Just me knowing you personally.
I just speak facts.
That's it. This the shit talker stage.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I just speak facts.
So you tell me who is equivalent rider, who is a good rider that you will vouch for.
It's many of them.
It's many.
It's many. I mean, at the end of the day, is when it comes to that, it's areas, it's situations, it's categories. You know, I gotta give Nasty.
Yeah, we got
Gino's a hell of a rider.
Yeah,
that's an Kim supposed to get.
He earned that. He earned that too.
And Wash a good rider, Cash a good rider, Fred a good rider, Pops a good rider. There's many of them. Mm-hmm. It all depends on what we're doing at the time.
Pops is a shit talking motherfucker right
that's
there.
The king of shit talking.
Yeah. But he'll back it up.
Yeah,
so we got to give it to him. I ain't seen Cash get down.
Cash a legend. Cash was one of the first ones.
Oh, is that right?
Cash
so
was one of the first ones.
He can stay humble right now. He ain't got to.
Cash always a humble dude.
I like that about him too.
Cash always humble. You don't get much out of him. You know, he'll talk a little shit. You know what I mean? at the right time around the right people. But you know, he ain't a shit talker like that.
Right, but he'll back your shit up.
Yeah,
Right,
Cass one of the great ones. A lot of these new cats don't really know. You know what I mean? Fast Black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a town legend.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of
he
cats-
made a name.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
offense, I remember when he first got that bike, and somebody had to ride it back for him.
Yeah.
But regardless to me saying that, what the fuck then and the fuck now,
Yeah.
man, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
You ride the fuck out
a
that
lot
bike.
of cats don't know. Probably too young to know. You got Cliff in the Dragon. He used to be riding
I
the
remember
Dragon.
Cliff. Yeah, I
Old
respect
school
him. Mm-hmm.
So you got a lot. It's
Lamar Bishop, rest in
yeah,
peace.
It's a lot of dudes that can ride. You know what I mean? When it comes to like what you saying, stunting or racing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Maine, all that Maine, Little Benz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got the little young cat that was in Holland, Jimmy Family. Came in the
Yeah.
ranks.
I ain't seen him around lately though. But he
Doing
came and
something
he made a name for
Kicked up
himself.
some dust for a minute. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he kicked up a whole bunch of dust and left with a winning belt.
Yeah.
And so that's okay to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left with a winning belt. You know, not left, but we ain't seen him in a minute.
Right.
But I know his buddy, you know, passing away like that, it hurt him a lot, you could tell.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
didn't hurt
So-
only him, it hurt a lot of us, you know what I
Hurt a
mean?
lot of people, yeah.
Spike started toward the end of his last of his days. He ended up putting it on for us, you know what I mean? He came
Proven
back in the ring.
performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Proven Performance too. Forever be a legend in all of our hearts, you know, no doubt about it, man. And it's been good.
Yeah.
How long you been on the set, or when was your first time being introduced to the set?
A long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
70s.
Yeah.
I've been in a club like 16 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In
Been
one-
around for a long time.
In one club?
One club.
One club.
That's it.
That's a lot to be said. Some of you beginners and some of the, me myself too. It's been 15 years, but with the same club, and it was rough.
Yeah, always.
It wasn't always easy.
Always.
Because when you say brother, you can't use that word loosely.
Right.
Oh, it's some brother shit that go on.
Right. I agree with you. But like I tell you, Roddy, you know, it wasn't just on me. It's always in me. No matter what the situation is, I'm always going to be there forever. No matter what the circumstances is. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One thing I got to tell cats that, you know, you can't really get mad at the patch ain't did nothing to you.
Right.
So if you ever want to leave an organization, you know what I mean? And I kind of made that mistake at the beginning. But at the end of the day is, you know what I'm saying, the patch don't do nothing to you.
No, it don't. It don't make you a man
Got a patch.
or less than a man.
Yeah, but like I say, you can't get mad at the patch. You know, the patches want to be out there to be flagged.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, like I say, one club, that's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where I started, that's where I ended.
And you know what? A lot of times, like even when we started out, you know, we had a lot of guys that joined on because, hey, y'all the hottest thing moving, you know. But like I said, it's got to be in you.
Right.
Should nothing move you.
Right.
How about that? You know what I'm saying? So it's good, but we've seen a lot of people go to different places and they still cool with us.
Right.
I like that too.
Right.
You know, it's a brotherhood in all aspects, and we get to kind of, you know, widen ourselves by dealing with different clubs. I like the Shit Talkers page because it's somebody from every motherfucking club, and that Shit Talkers page make us one.
Right.
You understand what I'm
I
saying?
only got one bad thing about that. It's shit talking, but the shit talking part when you get to calling brothers out their name, that's not brotherhood.
Right.
That's disrespect. You know what I mean? At the end of the day is, you know what I'm saying, you can talk all the shit, but when you start taking out of character and calling people out their name and being disrespectful, that becomes a problem.
Or
It's
getting
not,
too personal.
it's not what it stands for.
Right.
You know, it's always supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only problem I have. And I've been in the middle of conversation trying to squash it about that. You know?
Oh, I've seen you do that.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you can talk all the shit, but they're calling people out their name. You know what I mean? That's not cool at all.
Without saying any names, how many brothers, I know you probably can't count on two hands, call you for advice? And that's why I called you the godfather of this set. It's a lot of us that reach out to you on certain situations.
True that.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
And we appreciate that about you
No
if
problem.
you didn't know.
I mean,
right.
at the end of the day, you want for your brother what you want for yourself.
Yeah.
But I can't give it to you if you don't want to use it in the right way. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with you people, because I'm still learning. But I'm still learning. You never can learn too much about the bike shit.
Period.
From racing to protocol to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still learning, but I take the time out to meet the right people to teach me that.
I mean, I was just watching the podcast tonight, and where were you guys? Where was that at? Atlanta?
In Georgia.
In Georgia. Your name, your status, your personality has taken you almost in the circle around this you know what I mean? As far as the set, you know, and that's a good place to be. That you can go anywhere and be accepted for who you are. You know, that's motorcycle set. That's what I'm trying to say.
Motorcycling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ride motorcycles. I treat brothers, you know what I mean, the way I want to be treated. So you give it, you get it back in return.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, I've been places and they had a dime. I didn't need a dime. I had somewhere to stay because it was true brotherhood.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like I said, I was out there with that podcast with the brother Seth from FHO. Been on Seth
Shout
for
out
some
to
years.
him too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, when I got there, you know what I mean, he was like, hey man, let's do this podcast. It ended up being almost 2 hours. But there's a lot of people out there that really don't know about the bike set. They just know the name, they don't put a face with it. You know what I mean? Like I say, at the end of the day, before a lot of people started doing it, the West Coast was known back there in Atlanta and back south in the Midwest area for what we did. I had people like Nasty and Big Manny, Fast Black, you know what I mean? Just
Drifter's Black.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
Fast Black, you know what I mean? So then they had the boy, the DVDs that he made. What's his name? The DVDs that Manny be on all the time. But yeah, they seen all those DVDs, and then you had the guys down in LA.
Yeah. Shout out to Manny too. I mean, that's one. Somebody asked me that question. You know, when I was going through this situation, I'm like, okay, we're gonna start doing this podcast, and they said something about big dudes on bikes, and well, hey, that man set a standard.
Yeah, you got
that ain't got nothing to do with
dudes like Big Manny and Nasty.
Yeah.
Like you and Gino, them dudes is
Yeah.
the trendsetters for the Brandon Rubber, the Willie, White Boy John.
Forever, White Boy John. Yeah.
You gotta get all them kind of dudes, man.
You gotta give them their respect.
You gotta give them
what
their
they
flowers
say.
while they
Pay
live. You know
homage.
what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean,
And this is the
them
thing.
dudes, all these dudes is Brandon Rubber Kings. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
especially Gino.
Yeah.
He's the first motherfucker I seen. He used to rock with us in 220 and was there with us, and we saw some things. And that boy, man.
Yeah, I remember him and my little cousin used to go at it, Lil AB.
Yeah.
They used to go at
Used to
it.
go
man.
at it.
So you got some talent legends when they come to this Brandon Rubber stuff.
Yeah, they done took it to a new level though, cause they done start going all the way up. I don't know if it's the new bikes or what it is, you know.
They changed the status of the game on certain things. Like
Yes, sir.
Everything changes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything, all the culture, the set, everything changed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's how people now are making their names. You know what I mean? It used to be, like I said, when the Goodfellas came out, they was like, you know what I mean? They was the hottest thing on the set. You know what I mean? They started shit. They was trendsetters. You know what I mean? Then years later, then 220 come. You know what I mean? They was the hottest thing moving. So
Right.
the culture changed. You know what I mean? People changed, but the game don't ever change.
At all.
I mean, so
At
like I
all.
say, everybody get their turn. You know, the matter of what you got to do is at the end of the day is make sure that you do what you got to do to make sure your club stay relevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing.
And always remain yourself. I've been talking to this brother for about a good, hour before, 30 minutes before this show, and I learned a lot just sitting here talking to him. And the main key is just be yourself. I had a bunch of stuff written down. He's like, man, let's just chop it up. Let's just chop up game, man.
We're not doing a talk show.
Right.
We chopping game. And like I told you, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit.
Right.
I don't care who feelings I get hurt, because if your feelings get hurt, that means I'm telling the truth.
Right.
And that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen you say some things right to me that you said to that person too. So I ain't never seen you what they call backbite. I'm just saying to you.
Yeah.
And don't bite your tongue about it.
No, I mean, why would it? It's like I always tell people, man, when you go out representing Oakland in the Bay Area, you got to be on your best.
And right here, it's not where you're from, it's where you at. I'm doing this Vallejo thing, What I do like is when we're other places, Phoenix, LA, and we Bay Area.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm from East Oakland.
Right.
And I've been out here doing this thing in Vallejo for
Right.
about 6-7 years,
Right.
and people respect it. When we go other places, man, I love
Because
that.
that's what they know it is.
You know what I mean? Goodfellas, 220, well,
But
it don't matter. We all together.
Like I told Cass years ago on social media, and I used to tell them, they had an argument with me. I said, well, Oakland is the mecca of the black bike set.
Come on. And then you probably got 10, maybe 12 years from when 220 kind of was whatever. You always gave me respect, but I get that from you still.
Right.
I haven't seen you change.
No.
You know, you crack a few jokes and you'll tell some truth about motherfuckers, but you ain't never changed.
Nah, I'm not
you
gonna
never.
change. Might get
you
a
know,
little humbler, you know what I mean, with age, but you know what I mean?
you might say that,
Yeah.
but I think you got a little more rougher, to be honest. I don't know.
Nah, I'm
no.
toned down, but I mean, I can wake it up. I'm gonna wake it up though. I got a surprise.
I know that bike ain't no motherfucking joke that you still ride, man. Matter of fact, what is it that they didn't know?
The motherfucker, I still got it. I got the black motherfucker.
The
there.
black motherfucker, man.
Yeah, so yeah,
Will you still race if you called out?
I see you in 2022.
All right.
Stay
That
tuned.
said,
Stay tuned.
y'all heard him. Y'all didn't hear from me. I didn't make it
Stay
up.
tuned.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we all 21 on them 2 wheels, man. We all young. When them, hey, speaking of that, stress relief. It's an actual fact. I know, and people that don't know, you have a bad day, man, you get on them 2 wheels,
Yeah.
it'll change that whole,
Wind therapy, baby.
come on, man.
Wind therapy.
You can get into it with your wife, your boss, your best
So
friend.
you got to think about it. Cats always complaining about riding distance.
Yeah, I complain. I'm one of them complainers.
So you can't worry about the destination. You got to worry about the ride. Destination will always throw you off, but you got to be out there ride with somebody that you love to ride with, and you got to think about the shit that you can talk when you get back.
Right,
Like I did that.
right.
That's part of the conversation. Can't be just yapping like I ride. Riding from here to LA ain't no ride.
A quarter mile.
Yeah.
We want to hear about that ride.
Okay, quarter ride. It's a quarter ride.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A quarter.
Yeah,
Right.
quarter ride.
Yeah.
So you know, at the end of the day is, man, you know, it's just like you say, you want to do the paperwork, man. You just you getting what you really want to know instead of going through the paperwork. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna give you as much as I know.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's you got to freestyle your situation. Like I told you earlier, always be you. You know what I mean? And you really gonna have a problem because you're a president of a club.
Yeah, and I'm learning that the hard way.
Yeah, you're never gonna win as a president. You know, I used to tell cats, you know what I mean, as a president, the P on the president stand for prospect because you're always prospecting.
Period.
Because
Everybody's always testing you, watching you.
not only that though, because if the club do good, you know what I mean, it's all about 220. But if the club fail, it's on Vallejo President Deano.
Right.
So,
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it seems like everybody's problem is more important than the other club that's problem. Definitely more important than your problem.
I'm gonna tell
Fuck
you
your problem.
I'm gonna tell you like this. And I tell everybody this: your club is only good as your leadership.
Come on, man.
Everybody want that title, but the job is hard.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean, that's a job. Being the president of a club is a job within.
Come on, man. And you
I
got
had
to
some
be
people
built
tell
for
me,
it.
"Oh, I can do that." It's easy said than done.
Come on, man.
The object of a motorcycle club is to ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
If you're not riding motorcycles, you fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just me. I mean, that's the way I was taught.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
I mean,
At the end of the day, it's about having fun.
My respect come from the older guys because one thing they can say is that you're gonna ride the motorcycle.
He gonna ride it.
You're gonna ride it.
He gonna push it.
I'm gonna ride
Come
it.
on, man.
You know what I mean? So, and when I say, you know what I mean, it's just different things. You know, this can be another podcast or filming, whatever you want to do. It can get deeper. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it's you freestyling right now. You know, maybe you come back and you regroup and have me back again and have what you really want to know. You know what I mean? Right now, you're too busy worried about what people gonna think about you. And I told you.
Yeah.
You in trouble if you gonna worry about what somebody else think about you when you trying to do the right thing. You in trouble.
Right.
You know what
You just
I mean?
gotta be yourself. I go by this let go, let God thing. I don't care who care or who got something to say
I
about
mean,
it.
at the end of the day, is you gotta speak what you feel.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know what
sir.
I mean? Do anybody feed you?
No.
Nobody paying your bills, are they? Okay.
Hey, man, it's a few people have helped. Well, yeah, it's been on Dino.
Yeah.
Like you said, if it fail, it's on Dino. If it succeed, everybody's happy.
Everybody get the
Everybody
blessings
get
with
the
that.
glory. Yeah,
Everybody
come
get
on,
that. You know
man.
what I mean? So at the end of the day, is you got to do what's best for you.
We just spoke on people getting in trouble with their vests or being a troubled person. I done left a few people alone, no names said, because I saw how they treated another motherfucker. And what I've learned too, if somebody got bad karma coming to them and you they folks and you got their back, that karma can come over towards you. So I just don't deal with some people because of how they get out with
I
others.
always said, when you put them colors on, you're not representing you represent everybody
You
that wear
represent
that
the
colors.
whole club. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And so if anybody get caught fucking up with that 220 vest on, they're not gonna say Dino did it or such did it. They're gonna say 220.
220 did it. Come on, man.
So you got to think about when you do that. And then at the end of the day, is man, are you willing to do what you sign up for?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I've learned being president too. You can't let everybody in your motherfucking club.
No, I mean that's a problem. That's been a problem. We all fall short of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nowadays though, you really need to scan and scan your club because you don't never know what nobody bringing to the club.
Right.
And that's part of leadership.
Even their personal problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't bring your personal problems to the
Culture
set.
most definitely done changed.
Definitely.
Most definitely changed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if people done lost the love for it or they just using it to get by. You know what I mean?
Well, shout out to the younger generation. I do appreciate seeing a younger guy on a bike, and because I think that this shows brotherhood, and it's sort of like when we were kids, we got on the Oakland Dynamites, or we got it. It kind of teaches you a little bit of discipline if you're willing to be disciplined. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with a younger guy coming in, hanging out with older men if he's a listener.
True that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. If you want to
What was you gonna say, man? Come on.
If you want to learn the right way,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to carry your establishment to be on top and be head of the food chain, you know what I mean? You got to run by protocol.
Right.
And respect. I mean, I don't give a fuck how loyal motherfucker is to me. I want him to respect me.
Period.
When you see me with him, oh, he with that shit. He gonna ride that motorcycle. He gonna talk that shit.
Or give respect to everybody, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying is, like my famous word is that you cannot talk yourself a part of the conversation. In order to be a part of the conversation and to be head of the food chain, you got to do what the people at the head of the food chain is doing.
Mm.
If you ain't riding that motorcycle, I'm not going to associate myself with you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Is at the end of the day is when a person meet me, they going to tell you, all right, you do. Man, I seen you such. You got such bike.
Right.
That's being a part of the conversation.
Right.
Like I told you earlier, we was talking, I don't know if it's come across, is that I could never call myself a godfather, ambassador, or the GOAT. That's not my place.
Somebody else got to call you that.
It's that what they feel about me. It's what the work I done put in.
Right.
You know what I mean? It is, and I can't say you're a bad man. It's just like racing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you was talking about racing earlier.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the day is, everybody fast until you get beat. And you can be fast for 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
You're not going to be the fastest.
Especially out there by your motherfucker self.
Yeah, but you're not going to always be the fastest.
Yeah.
You're not going to always be the fastest. You can be fast for 1 week, you can be fast for a month, but somebody's always going back to the lab to be faster than you.
Right. It might have got it from you, you know.
So, I mean, like I say, at the end of the day, the culture has changed. It need to get back to it, you know what I mean, as far as the discipline and getting it back on the respect and protocol. I mean, that's where I'm at with it, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Hen though, man. To me, the Shit Talkers page has brought some fun back.
Yeah,
into
it brought a little fun.
I
mean, it brought some unity to a certain
some
extent.
community, I like that, and there'd be different patches there.
Yeah, it
that's
did.
what I like.
When he did the Shit Talking page, it did bring a lot of cats together. They started doing a lot of little stuff on the weekends, and you know, it made Bakersfield big. You know what I mean? A lot of cats went out, but it fell off. You know what I mean? Because egos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was racing. You know what I mean? It isn't. You know what I mean?
Some people don't know how to get beat. If you lost, you lost. Just accept it. You know.
I mean, go back to the drawing board.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? But like I said earlier, I was talking to one of the homies about that. We was on a post about that. You know what I mean? About bringing back the fun and, you know, the old heads gonna challenge the young cats. You know what I mean? About doing certain things. And it was like, you know, the Shit Talking page is cool. Everything is cool until you get to talking and calling people out their names.
Yeah.
You know, the captain in charge, you know, everybody, that's cool. You know what I mean? Everybody get their turn, but it brought some fun, but it started getting watered down, you know, because one thing I learned over the years is that when it comes to this shit, you can't mix personal shit with motorcycle shit.
Keep it bike.
Yeah.
Not personal. Keep it bike, man. I tell you something personal about me, and then you throw it back at me.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. You know what I mean? When I say personal, you know what I mean, is that you get mad and I team up with you and then something being said and then you don't want to respect what was said and it was true and that shit personal. Keep it motorcycle. You know what I mean? You can't win all the time.
Period.
You know what I mean, I don't know one motherfucker that has been winning and he pick and choose to win. That's Mayweather.
And he ain't lost.
That's Mayweather.
Right.
But he pick his battles though.
He know when and when not.
So
And you can let somebody talk you out your game too. You know what I mean?
That's me.
You're talking more.
That's me.
Okay. See now, I just learned something else about you. So the shit talking is strategy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pops is good at that.
Pop, I was just gonna mention it.
Pops good at that.
As a matter of fact, Pops told me to tell Gino, he knocked you down. I don't know if he did or didn't.
Yeah.
And I hope I hear the story. You get at me, Pops or Gino. One of y'all get at me and come to the show, man. It's a new show. It's called On 2's.
We had a fight at the club.
At the club meeting.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Because I heard when you race your brother, you're supposed to keep it in house.
Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, everything around here is in house. But you know, like I
Especially
say,
now.
man, like Fast Black say, a lot of people be beat by Fast Black before he race because they're intimidated.
Because before the race even start.
Yeah, he already beat.
Well, what would you say to somebody, a beginner who was going to race? What would
Practice.
When you by yourself?
You better go practice.
You better go practice.
A lot of people took a lot of hits to be able to be where they at.
Right. A lot of losses or winners. And practice by the damn
like
self.
hits or loss.
Right.
And then, like he say, you got to sit on that L. Pop's good for that shit.
What's that?
You lose, he ain't gonna race you till he want to race you.
If you lose to him,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna race you again till he
sit
wants
on
you.
that L. Sit on that L. You know what I mean?
Make that L your couch.
Yeah, sit on that L. But you know, like I say, man, at the end of the day is we can't sit in and have a conversation about this shit about the set of clubs. You know what I mean? When you trying to get your club right, you know what I mean? But the racing shit, yeah, we can talk about.
Yeah, I want to talk about that racing shit. I want to base this whole thing on racing because it's a few trophies I want to hand out myself. Because there's some people, like I said, even with Lil Black, I seen it from the beginning till now. He deserve a trophy. I don't give a fuck who give it to him if I don't give it to him first.
Lil Black is, he say he the old nigga's uncle. You know what I mean?
He the old nigga's uncle.
Yeah, you know he
Wow.
He came. He the motherfucker.
He came a long way, and he ride.
I remember he was in the club, man, and we was coming through Modesto, and 220 had broke down. Me, Big Manny, and I think it was Nasty coming through. He jumped out the pack and rolled all the way backwards, man. We was getting all the way back to Oakland. He got fined for that, but that's how he, you know what I mean?
How he start fucking with everybody.
Yeah, he was a motherfucker that just popped up and just started doing his thing.
He came in a virgin.
Yeah, he was a virgin.
Yeah.
He came in on what that motherfucker was, Moneybag Bandit.
Yeah.
He was
for
a
sure.
fool, man. He came, Little Black. He earned his. Nobody gave him shit. He earned his respect.
Right.
To be one of the top dogs on the bike set in racing.
Yeah, he erased the shit out of a motherfucker. Speaking of that, too, best tires. You know, people try to tell me get this tire, or have your tire a little low in your air.
Well,
and, you know,
racing, a lot of people they using the Shinkos.
right.
I mean, they got drag specialty tires. You know what I mean? They got Pirelli. They got all kind of tire used. It all depends on what works for you.
Right.
Racing. You know what I mean? It's all kind of tricks. You know what I mean?
And everybody don't want to tell all their tricks.
They're
They
not
don't
gonna
tell
tell
it all.
They're not gonna tell you. They racing for money and shit. They're not gonna tell you what, you know what I mean? You gotta figure your own shit out.
Oh yeah, I seen a lot of money past that just on a day going up to Sacramento. That's one of the funnest times I have on set when it's
You just
race
gotta
day.
get back, man. You gotta get the Rob G's, the
Yeah,
Fast
shout out
Blacks,
to Rob and they came in too.
Cadillacs, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If Les and the Ken folks want to get back down, you know what I mean? He was in the top of the food chain when he was out there doing his thing. Pops, Fred and his brother Lou. You know, we got some
quit
kids up
on
there.
top.
Huh?
You can quit on top.
Yeah, you can, but you know what I mean? That's if you ain't gonna be riding bikes, but them some dudes, most definitely. We done had some hitters up here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, Lil Row and the Dragons.
Uh-huh.
We done had some hitters up here, man, that done got down.
What you think about us versus those other cities, other states? You know, Phoenix.
Gotta get our game together.
Yeah.
Can't be yapping.
We gotta
See,
go
one
out there
thing
talk.
about it as an old head, and I tell these dudes, we don't hear what you old niggas did, but when we used to get down, and this weekend coming up is the anniversary.
For?
The Defiant Ones weekend, you would get together. All the dudes I just named. The Lil Rose, the Fast Blacks, the Lesses, the Spikes, the Pops. We all would be down in LA. Ponto, you know, he was up here.
Yeah.
We would all mount up.
he went back to LA. I didn't
No,
know
he
that.
in Houston.
He came and made some
Yeah,
noise.
we
for
would
sure.
all get together and go down south.
Right. You rode your bike that far?
Yeah, we would ride. We would ride our bikes down and race.
What's the longest you rode?
I've been coast to coast.
Wow.
One end of the 10 to the other 10.
I rode to Phoenix, and that was a long ride, man.
That's all right. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
that's a good ride that's a good break-in ride.
Yeah, that's a long ride.
700. That's about 770 miles from here. From
You got to
Vallejo.
count it twice because we had to come back.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
a good. Later on in the years, you know what I mean. Being a good fellow, that's the only way you could be get you 100%. You got to be
Right.
a certain. You got to be a ground pounder. You got to do that. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
That certified you. You know what I mean. That you was down and do what you had to do to be in the club.
On a stock bike.
It don't make a difference.
Oh, man.
I rode my 124 up there all the time.
No problems?
No problems. No chase truck, no nothing.
Right.
And raced up there too at the beginning.
A chase truck, by the way, is somebody in a vehicle with a trailer
Yeah.
somewhere behind y'all.
But yeah, man.
I don't like to go nowhere without one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said with the racing stuff, man, you got a lot of new cats coming up in the ranks, man. They need to get some pointers from a lot of the old heads. You know what I mean? Can't be afraid to lose.
Right.
Especially can't be afraid to lose against your homies up here if you want to go down south and race because shit. A while back up until the bike season after Fresno, I think later part of October. Shit, they in LA, they still was racing.
They still was out there
Oh,
racing.
yeah.
They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, they racing each other.
Right.
And we got a few cats up here race each other from time to time, but got to get our shit together, man.
I know
Get our
Gino
money.
and Black went out there this past summer and made a lot of noise. Is it anybody on the set that I know you older head, like you say, I don't call you that, but anyway, anybody you want to race, haven't raced, or want to see race?
Nah, I don't trip off it. I don't. Like I said, I've never been a racer. I just got caught up in the mist. I like riding. My race is to beat me 2-3 states at a time.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm getting ready to do something like that next summer.
Right.
I mean, I'm trying to do
Another
this
state to
football.
state, right.
I'm thinking about going to Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of having a new bike. No motor work done to it. Just get out there and ride.
Get out there and enjoy it.
But I got the motherfucker that I'm doing some
Motherfucker
things to.
ready. Yeah.
I'm getting it ready. Getting it
Uh-huh.
ready, man. You know what I mean? Just to see what I can do with the, you know what I mean?
I'm
Like I
ready.
say, 9 times out of 10, it's the jockey.
Yeah.
My skills might be bad now. I was pretty decent once upon a time.
It's something that you're born with, something that
Yeah.
you know how to do.
Got all kind of tricks now, you know. Gino, Nasty.
Yeah. I love how they burn the rubber now. I mean, they taking that shit all the way up the block. Yeah. I mean, we was happy with the 3-piece,
Yeah.
the 4-piece.
Yeah, they can have that.
It looked a little dangerous.
It's not. It costs a lot of money.
It's a boy out of LA. I mean, he
Go
burned
get a
some-
Bob.
I think so. That boy
Sideshow
burned
Ted,
Sideshow Ted. That
Yeah.
boy burned so much motherfucking rubber, man.
Yeah.
And be through traffic. I be worried about him. I'm watching no video. You know,
Them new turnouts, them
that's
nasty.
a new boy.
Yeah, them nasty Gino and Big Manny turnouts.
Yeah.
They from them good brothers from Just Pound out of Antelope Valley.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's some good brothers, man. You know that whole Just Pound. That's some good brothers, man.
Yeah, I hear a lot about him. You know.
They've been coming up here for a minute. Cash didn't really know nothing about them, but they've been when I was in the Goodfellas, they stayed come fucking with me.
Yeah.
When they would come to town, they would go. They brother club with the Players Club, but they would hit me. They still hit me. They President Deano hit me when he come to town.
Yeah.
Good brothers, man. And that's what you got to do is mend that brotherhood back again with the North and the South, man. So it'd be fun. Like I say.
Just love being on 2's, man.
Yeah, man.
Just ride. Shout out to them LA cats too this past summer. They came out here and
Oh,
did it.
yeah.
I seen them all on the Bay Bridge and on the Golden.
Yeah,
But for them, that's huge. We live here, we ain't tripping on that shit. Oh man, they had them a good time up
Yeah,
on
as
that
they
thing,
should.
man.
As they should.
Yeah.
That was Wolfpack was a little
Wolfpack.
lefty. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They did their thing.
And they had a good time, man. I'm glad they were able to come here and it wasn't no problem.
Only
I seen them
fucked up
on
thing
100th
about-
and Mac.
Yeah, only fucked up thing about that, man, when people come here, we don't got no place to race. They don't get to race like they want to.
We got to go way up towards Saturday.
It used to be fun, but it's just so much shit that happened on the races, on the street racing out here. So we don't get to race like they do in LA. And that shit come from people being nosy and trying to be in the way and see what's going on instead of getting out of the way and just watching the race.
And enjoying 7th Street used to be so cool,
Yeah.
man.
Got tragedy.
Yeah, a couple times.
Every time we go to street racing, we have tragedy.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. I mean, then we got the motherfuckers up at the side shows. They don't.
Yeah, they didn't tore that shit up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, is man, you know, like when it comes to racing, man, you got to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, if somebody told me be willing to do
The
shit you
that-
normally wouldn't do,
Exactly.
and that's how you win.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta put that motherfucker. Whereas my first race, I had it up. You know how you at the before you race, you got it kind of revved up. I was too far. When I let that clutch off, my bike burnt more rubber than the nigga was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I haunted him down, but it was too late. The race was over. The next one, I didn't even do it. I just did a regular takeoff, and bow, I snatched him up
Who was
like
it?
one shit. It was one of my club brothers up out of Stockton, and he a good rider too, though, man. I had to give it to him, yeah.
Because you don't like calling names.
I don't like saying names, because
You don't like saying names. You don't say you don't want to hurt nigga feelings.
I don't want nobody to come back next week, and this.
For what though?
The motorcycle set is full of pillow talking too.
It's
Come on,
friendly,
man.
It's friendly competition, man.
Yeah,
Good,
it's
man.
all good, yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
He
I
can
bet
ride.
I bet you on the next filming you do, if Gino and Pops get down, they gonna talk shit. I bet you Gino gonna say he fucked Pops up, or Pops gonna say he
Pops had already called me already. Told me, hold on, how you gonna have Gino
So
on
how you-
before you
so
have
how
me
you-
on?
so
And
how
I
you
beat
ain't-
that nigga. Ask that nigga
So how
that.
you ain't gonna say nobody's name?
Hey,
I told you about sugarcoating shit.
it's all
And you
good,
want sugarcoat
man.
something, go to the donut store and get you some donuts with sugar on it.
Man, look, I tell you what, the next races I have, we gonna film them, so I don't have to say no name.
That's what you gotta do.
It's ready. I'm ready.
Cause you got all kind of discrepancies with motherfuckers that ain't got no camera that he beat you, you beat, you know what I mean?
But see, I just cheated because I got an all-star up here and came and got a whole bunch of advice from you. So you know that when you got a good team, you still, you know how they go back and get a Lamar Odom. You gotta go find somebody that's
You're
been a
all-star
champion.
team, yeah.
I'm cheating right now because I'm getting game from you. So the only thing I haven't done, I got somebody helping me over in the background. Y'all can't see this, taking notes.
Yeah, you better. They got one right now on me that they won't tell me, but I'm gonna figure it out though.
Yeah, it's all good, man. But that's how we gonna do it.
Gino and Nasty, they got some shit on me that they won't tell me, but
Hey, Nasty ain't been around for a minute.
you know, Nasty come and go.
He come and go.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean, don't get it fucked up. He stay ready.
Yeah, he ain't got to. His name carry a whole bunch
Nasty
of
one,
weight.
Nasty
from
bad
state to
dude.
state.
He was just talking shit to Ted and down there. It was like, you know, he been on a little mission this week. He been posting a lot of his burnouts and stuff.
Yeah. I seen some videos.
Can't leave out Booby Hooker neither though.
Yeah, Booby.
Booby,
He been doing it a long time.
Booby,
And,
one of
and
them.
he's a shit talker, original.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to TC too, man. He do a lot for the page as well.
TC do a lot for the set period.
Yeah, he does, no doubt about it. And for the Dragons.
He take a lot of heat.
He Lil Wayne of the Dragons, whether y'all know it or not. You understand what I'm saying?
TC take a lot of heat though. They be up fire TC shit up, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
That's a good look, man. It's a pleasure being here and being able to talk to you. And
Oh yeah, anytime,
like you said, man, I called you up, and I mean, it wasn't no hesitation in your voice, you know. And people see, this is one bad thing about Dino. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I'm gonna tell her, I'm gonna give you your roses when I see you. I love you, you know what I mean. I'm gonna tell a person that, you know. I called you, man. It wasn't no hesitation in your voice. It wasn't nothing. You said, okay, I'll be there. I said, man, but it's today, you know, if you want to come. Another, you said, oh, what time today? I can be there. This is my Friday, as you called it, you know, and you was here. You was here before me, not before me. But you understand what I'm saying? Before I was ready, and I really appreciate that, man.
Anything to enhance a brother was something he love to do, man. I'm not with the fuck shit.
Period.
I'm not with the
Oh,
fuck
I know
shit.
that. I know that about you.
You know, because I want to leave something on you to be like, damn, man, he did say that shit, and that's what he stood on. He stood on his word. Like, and I tell people all the time is that the easiest way you can compromise with somebody and maintain your respect is if you can't do something, it don't cost you nothing to call and say, hey, bro, I ran into an issue, man. I can't do that. Instead of just saying, fuck me, I ain't even call. You don't respect me.
Period.
You know what I mean? Like,
Period.
that's just the bottom line. You don't take, that's where you want to be. You know, like I say, respect is more than anything in life.
Oh yeah, work more than money.
I mean, everybody say loyalty. Loyalty is cool, but loyalty can get you hurt.
Yes, sir.
Because at the end of the day, when you start feeding a motherfucker that ain't loyal to you, then they gonna try to hurt you.
Yeah.
But if a motherfucker respect you,
Thin line.
he gonna respect what you stand on.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about it. I don't give a fuck who don't like me as long as you respect me.
As long as you respect.
And at the end of the day, like I was telling you earlier,
I'm sugarcoating.
Yeah, and fuck what the person think about it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day is right, they talked about Jesus Christ. But at the end of the day is if a motherfucker can sit up and go talk about you to another motherfucker and a motherfucker and a motherfucker listen to him and don't check him for it, he weak as fuck.
He weaker than the motherfucker saying something.
So that means you got two haters against you. You already down 0-2.
Yeah, all being this president thing. I see
me.
I see it.
Man, well, shit, man. I'm gonna put you on blast. And my man, what you said about Deano when we was talking? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, I take that. I'd rather have that than come on, man.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day is though, why would you be mad at another man when you at the same time, in the same hour, same day, same second that he got? It's up to you to do what you gonna do for your day. And I tell my sons that we don't believe in hating.
I'm proud of your son. You're doing a good job.
We don't believe in hating. As long as you got good health, good state of mind, you got the same day, the same many hours, minutes, and seconds that this person got. It's up to you to do what you're going to do to make your day progressive.
Right. And if it didn't turn out like mine or mine didn't turn out like yours, it shouldn't be no aggression.
We get up and do it again the next day.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you shouldn't hate on another man. You know what I mean? You should figure out how you can get close to his brother. Like, man, let's win together.
Like I said,
that's what's wrong now.
Yeah, about leading by example. Yeah. So you could take what he did and be like, damn, next time I might do it that way. I ain't copying you, I'm complimenting you.
In Islam, they got a hadith saying, you want for your brother what you want for yourself.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? If I'm doing bad, if you're doing bad, how I'm gonna come get some help from you if I'm doing bad?
Right. Sinking ship can't help a sinking ship.
You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day is I always want to push a brother and support a brother to do good because you never know when I might fall bad on my luck.
Yes, sir.
And that's how every brother should be, though. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, man, we got this slave man mentality, man, with the brothers, man. That, you know what I mean? The crab in the bucket syndrome.
Yeah. Well, I've been talking about that for the last couple of years. You can call me a crab in a bucket you want to. I'm that reverse crab, meaning I'm gonna climb up there and I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna grab you up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let you get up and I'm gonna pull you down. Yeah. I'm gonna use my claws and pull you up. Yeah. You know, and I'm hopefully that crab I grab.
All you gotta do is
play a tug of war. You know what I mean?
All you gotta do is just sit back and just look and Google every race, ethnic race, including yours, and see how they succeed.
Wow.
We the only race.
That's a whole nother show.
In all aspects. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta touch on.
Go ahead. What you say? It's the only other race that what?
That we don't help each other.
We don't. And if we would,
we'd be deadly out here.
I don't even want to bring up the little EDD shit though. Do you know how much money if we would have put that?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't know about it. I didn't get none, so
I didn't. Me neither. But I'm saying the much money motherfuckers have got, that shit would have been in a pot.
We just got our reparation and cats to know what to do with it.
Yeah, and I know,
good,
man.
Yo.
They would have gave me that money.
I'm old
been a different
so,
story.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like teach his own. But you know, we doing motorcycle shit.
We're gonna do motorcycle shit today, yeah. That'll lead to somewhere else, but I think about that. That was a young man's hustle.
That's a whole nother, that's another segment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they talked about that song, Scared to Go Outside. Somebody said to me, no, I'm scared to go and lose my job and what my kids is waiting on me to do. You understand what I'm saying? So it ain't about being scared. Yeah. I ain't scared of these bikes, and I will race your ass up and down the street. You know what I mean?
I ain't never seen you ride.
I got down once or twice, but I ain't never had a fast bike until now.
I ain't seen you ride in a long time.
Point somebody out.
I ain't no be no Don King, but I ain't seen you ride in a long time. I ain't seen 220 ride in a long time.
220 ride, man.
Yeah. We all rode to Fresno.
We ride to Fresno. We race some motherfuckers, and some of these new motherfuckers we got ready to race. Yeah. One of them called that boy Nasty out though, man. He kind of lost, but he went and met him, and he wasn't no punk about it.
Yeah, he stuck his hand in some shit though.
He said, and us being around long enough, I know who to call out, when to call out. That might not have been.
See, but you supposed to told your brother that. Don't go
after the video, because I knew about it after the video.
You supposed to tell him, hey man.
There's some people you don't fuck with.
Exactly.
Yeah. He gonna win because his name, like he said about that boy Black.
He jumped in the motherfucking ring with Tyson.
Yeah. And he was that white boy. I forgot that white boy he fought that talked all that shit and got his head beat.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what, I'm ready. You know? And that boy, what's his name on the road, King? Heavy set.
Kevin Lyons?
Yeah, he fucked with me a little bit, you know, and tried to call me out. And one night I was drinking. We leaving y'all.
Can't be doing that, dog. Can't be doing that.
You
can't be
listen.
drinking and
I was
riding.
tipsy.
You can't be drinking and riding.
Okay, but can I tell you the story?
No, I don't want to hear the story.
You don't?
No,
Because I was ready.
Yeah, because you was under influence.
And then he rolled off and chickened out on me.
As he should.
Well, he talked that shit.
As he should, but he was under influence though. He did good.
We probably both were.
Now, Care don't drink.
Oh, you don't?
Nah.
Well, he was ready.
Yeah.
And I got to talking to myself in my helmet.
See
And I'm
what
like,
I'm
I'm going to take this nigga down.
See,
And he rolled off. He got to the red light and
as
just
he
rolled off like
should.
that.
He did good.
Okay. Then I'll give him his flowers then.
As you should.
Right. But
So
I was
now-
finna take his ass down.
You
I was gonna be in the street.
Either you gonna take yourself down.
No, I ain't gonna do that one.
If you was under
I
influence.
already been down.
If you under influence, yeah, it's right. It's
A
only
few
two.
times.
It's only two kind of riders.
We already know that.
All right.
And I've been down a few times, so I ain't going down.
I've been down a couple times.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Was it really bad?
No, I never had a real bad casualty for
Thank
going down.
God.
I can
Yeah.
get him ride the bike off, but I mean, you're not a rider if you ain't never went down.
If you ain't never went down.
Yeah, even Nasty,
Uh-huh.
Gino,
I believe
Big
me.
Manny, all them dudes went down.
I ain't never seen Manny go down though, but I guess that was
witnessed
way
man
back
go down,
then.
but I mean, to be great, you got to do those type
Yeah.
of things.
All right.
That comes with the territory.
So
you know?
hopefully Kevin Lyons see this, but when I do see him and when it is time, cause I don't drink no more.
It's a good thing.
I'm
So
30 something days. I wasn't a drunk anyway. It's just that I drink a little bit when we go out.
Yeah.
But now as president, I don't need to be out there slurring or
been there,
slurring.
did that.
Yeah,
Been
you
there,
know,
did that.
so I always keep
Got
my
my bike
cool. So
towed.
I let it go at all. No weed the last 7 or 8 years, you know.
That's good for them.
And it feels good
Yeah.
to be able to say that, you
Yeah.
know. So
One thing you do, at least you're doing good as a president, because at the end of the day, it's always a learning process. I had to learn. I didn't just come being a good president. I became a good president for making mistakes
yes, sir.
to end up being responsible for my club brothers and my members.
Mm-hmm.
To know when they got enough or whatever it gotta be. So that's a good thing. I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I mean, you gotta understand is one thing about being a president of the club. You got kids now. You're responsible for everyone that wear that patch behind you down.
Oh, I feel bad too.
I'm just
I
telling you.
had one of my 2 club brothers go down, but one of them went down so bad, I felt bad.
You
Because he was
responsible.
riding my bike. And I should have said
You were
no.
responsible for them.
Yeah, I didn't feel, he wasn't drunk or nothing, he just went down and didn't feel good. So now, you know, I damn near beg, y'all better get your own bike and ride. Because I don't want to be responsible saying, here you can ride and something happen. Fuck the bike.
Yeah.
I don't want to see nothing happen to you, you know.
I'm gonna look at these questions that you had.
Hey man, don't be pulling out my paper, man,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
We can cut it off. So.
Yeah. I don't know about you. Gotta ask Manny and Nash.
I already know that. I already know.
Yeah, I mean,
We want to thank everybody for tuning in to On 2's. We want to give a special thanks to my guests and the learning we did. And I can't say I done nothing on the show because what we learned from him was more than I can ever tell. And I'm appreciative of that. He done made a mistake and got a friend for life in me just for being here when I needed him. I pray everybody is safe on the ground. And like my man mentioned about alcohol and riding, it just don't mix. Our particular club charges a $250 fine if you get too drunk on your bike, you know, and let's stay safe. Let's care about each other and let's take care of one another. You know, you see a biker and you don't even know him, and as you ride by, you throw them 2 fingers. Peace. Let's keep that peace in our hearts even when we're not riding. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys next week.
I be on tools, covering more ground than track shoes. Ask about it, extra, view the news.